This is by far the most frustrating blitz defense in Madden 26, and instead of just showing it to you in practice mode, I'm actually going to be breaking it down in a live game situation against a pro player named Dignity. And as usual, this game was on 1v1me.com where over $5,000 was staked on the match. Okay, now we're gonna start off with the setup for this defense. Number one is out of 3-3 double mug, and the shell that we're gonna use is a cover 2. You're gonna see I switch it to a cover 2, and then we have our safety depth on close and our safety width on pinch. And the main play we're calling is mid blitz. So as you can see, the way we do it here, and this is really important, I'm actually gonna pause it. The main coverage shell kind of looks something like this. Now the reason this is so effective is because when you run an exit stunt, so this is an exit stunt on the right, this player has a very high probability of coming in through the B gap. Now if he doesn't come through the B gap, then that means this player will loop around. Now sometimes this can even get around a blocked running back. Then of course we have a curl flat on this side of the field just to play the flat, a hard flat on the outside corner here, and against Bunch X Nasty or really any 3x1, you want to man that player up with the safety. Now there are a couple key details here. We can user lock and just engage with this player and then actually user him. We can get back into coverage. Or we could use our D-pad and instantly get on this player by pressing down on the D-pad, press up on the D-pad and instantly get on this safety, or press right on the D-pad and instantly get on this hard flat. So that's kind of the basis of this defense. So let's actually see it in action. So first play here, he's in Bunch X Nasty, the most meta formation in the game. Now we're going with the blitz. He blocks his running back. It doesn't come in, but it's okay. You could see that player's still looped, right? Just like I said before, you're gonna see that even when it doesn't come in and even when they block their running back, you have the potential of your defensive tackle just looping around. And that actually put enough pressure on him to force him to throw the ball away instead of scramble. Now on this next play, this is when we go away from the blitzing. This is a basic match. So we have this player manned up, then we have cover 4 quarters on this side of the field. We have to be wary about the tight end, that's really our responsibility, and we have to be wary about a running back table. Now what you're gonna see here, the majority of the time, is everything's gonna get matched really well, especially return routes and especially corner routes. Those things get absolutely caged in this defense. So let's see what he calls. He has the table, he hits it. See, that is one thing you have to be wary of. I should have D-pad switched instantly to that quarter flat and went and played that table, but I didn't, and we gave up a bit of a game. Now we're aware of this, so we run the exact same play, and we have to be aware of the table here. He runs this cheat motion, that's completely fine. This is actually really good against cheat motion plays. You can see the returns caged, the in routes caged, but that running back in route got open late, right? Can't really cage everything when you're in match, but you can cage most things. Right there, we just didn't expect that running back in route. Now we're going back to blitzing here. You can see we're gonna send some heat off the right of screen, and we're going to pretty much cover 2 this side, and then have a hard flat on this side. But the problem is, that corner route caught us way off guard. The outside third, because he was so close to the box, ends up not being able to get out there and go and play that short corner route, which is a big deal. Then Dignity goes for 2 here. That's something that he has to do to respond to our go for 2. He calls spacing switch. We just call cover 2. Cover 2, shade underneath, and just user the middle is really good defense for when someone's going for 2 against you. Because you have all those hook zones, you have your flats, and as long as you cover a small part of the middle of the field, you can get a stop just like that. Now, unfortunately, due to a fumble, we gave the ball back right to Dignity, but fortunately for you guys, you get to see more defense. And we realized quickly that Dignity was struggling against this blitz. So in this case, we're just running the overload here. This is really important to mention. Now, let me just actually get rid of that off our screen. But we're actually just overload blitzing the right. So you're gonna see that these 5 players are all blitzing off the right of screen. So if he doesn't block his running back, you're gonna see that this blitz is going to come in. So you're gonna see right here, he blocks his running back and it still comes in, right? Every once in a while, even when they block their running back, an overload blitz like that can still come in clean. Especially because the Jets pass rushers, before Quinnen Williams got traded, of course, were really, really good, right? And they were fast too. Quinnen Williams, 84 speed for a D tackle is, unheard of. Now we're going back to our match shell. In this case, he's manned up. In this case, we're kind of messed up. We got to man up him, so we have to switch. But you can see everything's pretty well matched. He hits that zig. We almost pick that. We almost hit the zig instantly and get the pick, but unfortunately, we can't get the pick. So it's a big 3rd and 10 here, and we get to really showcase how we want to play defense. We have a lot of coverage options, and of course, we have our blitz options. So in this case, he's got Bunch X Nasty to the short side, audibles to doubles flex Y off close. So in this case, we're just gonna run man. We're gonna run man, and we're going to, I believe, send heat. So we're overloading the right of screen, right? Actually, no, we're playing zone. He thinks we blitz, he blocks his running back. We have a flat on both sides, no big deal. So because we had those two flats and we played very, very conservative, instead of blitzing, we actually bagged him there, and he's just gonna have to go and kick a field goal. So even though we did fumble, we're only down 1 point now to that field goal. Now, we're back on offense here after responding, or back on defense after responding quickly. We blitz him here. Blitz about to get in. We hit his receiver and he breaks the tackle, right? So we played really good defense, though Sauce Gardner, but sometimes, you know, you just get unlucky and they end up scoring on you on plays like that, which is completely okay. What can you do? Now we respond just as quickly to him, and you're gonna see double A gap. There's so many different ways to run it. So we respond, we're up 7. And in this case, we're just gonna run a very basic cover 3 on the right, cover 2 on the left. But unfortunately, he does hit that little drag route. That is kind of the problem when you play blitzing out of zone defense. You have to guard the flats, and if they are willing or they're able to make a quick read and your user isn't able to get there, they can throw things like that. So back on defense, once again, we call basically the same thing. Now, in this case, he tries to go throw the return, but the return is just, you know, not open. Or was open, but we swat it down. Very basic defense here. We man up circle just in case he was on a streak. And he goes to the return, we swat it down. Sometimes that happens. That's the good thing about defense in this game. Sometimes you do get lucky on defense in an offensive, you know, game like this. Now this is where we go back to blitzing. Okay? Super, super big play here. We have a cover 2 on the left. You can see cover 2. We have a cover 3 on the right. And we're also blitzing. We have that same exit stunt that we called before. We have this player. We're probably going to zone him out, I would assume. So let's actually see the play out here. You're going to see, I think we might just send 6. We sent 6. He blocks his running back. That's completely okay. We get the insta switch onto this deep half. So we're able to kind of come down and go play whatever we need to play. Takes him to a 3rd and 3. Now 3rd and 3 isn't too bad. Now in this situation, you have to be very wary of how he's playing. He's blocking his running back. We forced him at this point to block his running back consistently. So we're probably going to play some coverage. And that's what we're doing. Back in that match shell that I talked about before. So you're going to see we have everything kind of matched. This is a really good shell for doubles flex wave close. This man up on the tight end is great. If anything crosses the field to the left or they have a table, they're running into this flat, and then everything pretty much just gets matched. With your user on this play, you have to be wary of things going from the left to the right. But usually this is a stellar match shell. I don't mean to keep having that come up. But you're going to see it's amazing, right? But don't get me wrong. No matter how good your match shell is, a running back streak can probably beat it, right? Our guy kind of matched late, maybe got bumped, and we just didn't end up matching in time. Super, super tough. And he's just going to try running the ball with his quarterback, try to get into the end zone, just running, eventually kind of throwing RPOs and getting in there, right? So down 1, we're going to probably respond quickly, I would assume. Actually, no, we actually turned it over. Oops, we turned it over. We throw a bad pick. Once again, though, this is a defensive video, okay? So you get to see how the defense plays in here. So after throwing a pick, pretty much everyone does this. They kind of rage blitz. But with this case, we have some really good blitzes. And you're going to see right here, pretty much both of these guys are coming in, right? So as long as we can kind of get into the spot that we need to be, we're going to be great, right? So you can see Quentin Williams comes in. He goes to throw it, overthrows it, right? Either because he saw my user there, either because I had Sauce Gardner there, or because he was on pass lead small. But nonetheless, the blitz was coming in. So we're kind of getting the fact that he's struggling against the blitz even when he blocks his running back. But if he is blocking his running back, we should probably be playing coverage. So right here, we're in very basic defense. Cover 2 on the left, cover 3 on the right. Very basic, but we have this additional hook curl just in case he tries to throw like a slant or a drag in this situation, okay? So let's get back to it. You're going to see that drag is covered. We can come up to the post. Great, but he had a return route as well. Returns in munch tight end, super, super effective, and you should definitely be using them yourself. No one really expects returns from tight ends pretty much in any formation, right? So down 1 in this situation. We're going to send some heat. We need to get a stop. It's really important. And in this case, heat comes in, big sack. That's huge in this situation. We once again run that exit 2-man to the right, and someone comes in. We're pretty much telling him every play, hey, if you don't block your running back, you're going to be taking a sack, right? And that's what we're doing. So he's definitely going to block the running back here if I were to take a guess. and we're gonna go back to match. Only sending, 4 people or 2 people. Match shell, once again, really, really effective. We cover pretty much everything very, very well. He tries to roll out, nothing doing, takes a 1-yard sack. Back to 3rd and 20. So in a 3rd and 20, you have to play conservative. You can blitz, but you have to play conservative with your zone. So we blitz, he doesn't get a ton of time, high balls it to his tight end, we hit him, hit that R1 button. You always want to hit that R1 button when you're making a tackling coverage. I think it makes a really, really big difference. So now, he's going to kick his 3, right? And he gets the 3, we get the ball back, and we respond very quickly. So he's back on offense after not even 30 seconds. He runs the ball. He's going to try to clock us out here. That's almost 100% the case. He's going to try to clock us out. This is something that it's the smart thing to do. So he's going to run the ball. But the problem is we've been playing good enough defense where if he tries to clock, he's just putting himself in a bad position, and we know we're probably going to get a stop. So in this case, we're blitzing off the right. B gap comes in. He has to throw it instantly. Kind of throws it into coverage a little bit, but once again, hits that return route. But you can see the blitz is just coming in, unlike any other blitz that pretty much anyone's running right now in Madden. So once again, let's see what he's doing here. In this case, I assume we're once again sending the blitz. He's really uncomfortable against this. He wants to 5 out because he doesn't really want to block his running back and just wait for someone to get open. But the blitz is screaming. He has no time to throw. You can see, once again, that exit stunt that I talked about is coming in clean. Back to it. Bunch tight end. 2nd and 10. This case, we're playing a little coverage. Tries to run that glitchy RPO flat. One of the worst things for the game, in my opinion. Honestly, probably not the worst. It's one of the worst, though. Because only, like, a hard flat on the outside corner can have a chance at guarding it. Everything else really struggles, and you really have to overcommit to it. So I just think it's bad for the game. But this is another cool thing about the defense that makes it really difficult for someone to clock you. If you want to, at any moment, you hover here. This hover that we're using anyway causes this inside linebacker to come in. So if you hover over the center, they can't really run inside zone at all as long as you're hovering on the inside linebacker that is opposite the running back. So he's not going to be able to run on us, like, at all. So he has to pass if he wants to clock us, and he's going to have to do it. He's going to have to do it well, and that's very difficult to do against this style of defense. You can see we matched pretty much everything here. Throws the drag, we knock it out. Big 3rd and 13 here, just on the basic match shell. Right here, cover 2, very basic. But we are sending that heat off the right. So if he does 5 out, someone's coming in, he 5 outs, throws it to his running back, we make the tackle, right? That's what matters, we make the tackle. But you can see the heat is coming in. He knows if he 5 outs, someone is going to come in to the backfield and probably sack him. So 4th and 4 in this situation, and you probably guessed how we want to play it. We're going to blitz. We know he's going to probably 5 out. We blitz. He ends up blocking his running back, but we knock out the ball quickly. Once again, hitting that R1 button. You need to hit that R1 button to get those knockouts. So back on offense, unfortunately for us, we throw a quick turnover. But that's okay, because that means you guys get more defensive gameplay. So we're back in the match. The match, once again, very good. You just have to be very wary of... Actually, we just call cover 4 drop here. Very basic here. This is cover 4 drop with 2 hooks. We're going to switch stick, and we're going to come up on this post. Boom, interception, we get the ball back. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we get the ball back there. That would have been pretty bad for us if we just, got the ball back and instantly turned it over. Kind of like he just did. But nonetheless, we get the ball back, and that'll pretty much take us offensively into the half, right? Back on defense, up 10. So people have to play a little bit more aggressive when they are down 2 possessions. You can see right there, he's going for deeper plays. You can see that. He's going for deeper plays. And because he's going for these deeper plays, we can just get sheds. Now right there, he just came in clean. That's part of double mug. Sometimes they can just come in clean. It's amazing. They can just come in clean. And because of that, that'll, take us to the half. He takes a sack. Now, first play out of the 3rd quarter. We're starting off in the match, but we want to be very aware of the running back. The running back's blocking, so it's okay. The match does a great job. It's just a basic send 4 at the end of the day. So then again, he audibles to bunch tight end. In this situation, we are blitzing. Once again, exit stunting the right side. So if the running back goes out, which he doesn't, we just got to play coverage here. Return route's wide open. Big play for him. He's blocking his running back, right? So when someone blocks their running back, you can either still send the heat, because sometimes it'll just randomly come in or at least put some pressure on him, or you can send just less people. When you send less people, it just gives you more people in coverage. Now, in my case, I'm just sending everyone. I'm going to come in, and that's what we do, right? We're just sending 6 at this point. We're like, if he blocks his running back, we still feel like we're going to get a ton of pressure because he's really struggled against pressure thus far this game. Now, in this case, once again, we're going to switch to coverage. He 5 out of the last play, got pressured, so he's probably going to block his running back. So now we're just playing a Mabel defense on the right to cover any corner routes or anything like that. And then we're just playing coverage. Super, super basic. Everything is bagged here. He has nothing open. He has to throw the ball away. That's the nice thing about blitzing. If they block their running back and then you play coverage, it's very, very easy to send two, have, 9 people in coverage and only cover 4 routes. It's very basic. And more than double the players in coverage than they have routes. So in this situation, 3rd and 10, we play coverage. We're probably thinking, okay, he might block his running back, might not. He hits us with this. Now, this is one of the most annoying plays in the game. This is the bunch X nasty like C-spot goal line play where the short corner just beats man sometimes. I thought I shaded outside. Maybe I didn't, so he ended up beating us with that. Big play for him, 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. So we're just going to send heat. He blocks his running back. We're there to cover the post, but you're going to see, even though he blocks his running back, so you can see why even when you want to send 4, even when someone blocks their running back, the heat can sometimes just sneak in. Like right there, that player just snuck in. Because of the way he moves in the pocket, when you send this style of blitz, even when they block their running back, the blitz can come in sneaky ways. It's not as direct, it's not as obvious, but it can still come in. Now in this situation, he's probably still going to block his running back. We're sending a bit of heat here. I think we might switch to coverage. No, we're going to insta D-pad switch to this cloud or this safety. And right there, we're kind of on everything. He throws a quick running back route, gets a pretty big gain out of it, unfortunately for us. But nonetheless, we're in still a great spot in 3rd and 5. This play, this is great defense. This is a great example of, someone's expecting the blitz. This is when you play coverage. We have 2 hook zones. We're sending only 2 people. We have a spy and a hook here. 2 hard flats, 2 hooks. It's basically a cover 4 drop, send 2 with the spy. Does a great job of guarding the middle of the field, and it's an even better red zone defense. So what you're going to see here is we have everything pretty well covered. So I want to pay attention to what's happening here. My hard flat is getting pushed inside right here. He has nothing pulling it out, so it kind of sits inside, and when he throws it, that might have been the craziest lag ever. When he throws it, the hard flat's there to make a play, right? He actually would have had that route had he had a flat, but he didn't, and he ends up just throwing an interception, right? And that's obviously sucks for him, but we can't, tell someone, oh, you got the wrong combo and, feel bad for him, So he's kind of running the same defense on me now. You can even see he's running the same defense on me. We just need to, get some points. And we do. We get lots of points this game. You can see we ended up, picking it up on offense. Now, since we're up so many points here, we're up, 17? We're playing more conservative. There's no need to blitz. This is when you can play, send 2. He's going to block his running back. You can kind of take away the obvious stuff. But sometimes when you get hit with that, you blitz anyway. But he's still blocking his running back. Now right there, we actually could have picked that. He goes for that Z-spot goal line play again. We were right there. We almost picked it. But that basically means he's not going to run it again, which is great. Anyways, we got Match again. Match is amazing versus Bunch X Nasty. We have someone just shed and come in. Quinton Williams, when he was on the Jets, he's probably great when he's going to be on the Cowboys. But he's just great. Like, he just sheds. You can see he kind of disengaged there. He had no chance. And it came in. Now we're going against Bunch Tight End. We're exit stunting off the right. We have 2 curl flats playing deep. It's still a conservative blitz. He blocks his running back. We're on top of almost everything. He throws what I think should have been a book, but we don't get it. 4th and 10. Bunch tight end. He has a corner route. He has 2 curls. This is a good combo. I'm not even lying. I don't blitz him. And I only have, I think, 1 hook curl playing, or I have no hook curls. So with my user, I go to play one of them, and then there was a curl on the other, and he throws it. It was just a good dot. I can't even hate. So next play, he just hits us with a little crossing route. Now he's in the red zone, and we're sending heat. This is when you can really afford to send heat, is in the red zone, because if they do end up throwing, it's hard for them to throw it deep in the red zone, right? So you can play a little more aggressive with your man coverage. Now right there, you can see the exit's done. Comes in clean. Like, it's great. It comes in clean. We had to call time out there because he's hurrying up, kind of messing up with our defense. You can see right here, cover 3 on the right. I assume it's going to be cover 2 on the left. 2 hook curls. I think I shade over top as well, so they play a little deeper. And you just got to be wary. We're kind of all over the field. Takes a sack, right? He blocks his running back. It's hard to beat send 4 when you block your running back. Right there, he tries to throw a crosser, and we just intercept it. And that's pretty much the game. We try to just continuously score, continuously clock, but you can see on defense, playing more conservative now. This is what's nice about it. We try to switch that. Right there, he kind of gets a little bit lucky, I think. He gets a deep crosser, and playmakers it up. Like, there's not much you can do against that sometimes, but in this situation, he's still throwing things that are just, not really open. Once again, Jaden Daniels, really hard to stop when scrambling. But in this situation, he's just onsiding. We actually score on this onside. I don't know if you've had this happen to you or had this, you've gotten this for yourself. But sometimes when they bounce like that, you can just take the onside for a TD. So overall, we played very, very solid defense. We just clocked the game here. And we beat Dignity doing this. So double mug, really top-end defense. Don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be comments that say, you gave up 40 points. What do you mean this is great defense? In Madden 26, getting, 4 or 5 stops, no matter how many points you give up, if you get 4 or 5 stops, that will give you enough to win the game, no matter how good of an offensive player you are. So I highly recommend you guys use this double mug. It truly is one of the best blitz defenses in the game. I think it's the best, and you can find the full game plan on VFGG. And once again, if you like this style of video, leave a like and let me know. I'm still playing with things on Swolosimo 2. Maybe I just do straight tips. Maybe I just do straight gameplays. But if you like this breakdown style of video and you were sitting all the way through it, let me know in the comments below because I want to make what you guys want to see.